Welcome back to For Our Brothers, a candid conversation on black men's health. Gentlemen, conversations about our health can and should be taken seriously, but we should also have fun as well. So I'd like to introduce you to a new game called the Wheel of Woe. We have emojis, much like the ones we see in the doctor's office when they ask us to rate our pain. Here, they represent some topics that make us say, whoa. Let's begin. Brother Burnside, please give the wheel a spin. Whoa. Gentlemen, your aunt has been trying to get your uncle to get a physical for the longest time. She has noticed that he has a lump on his neck, but he still won't go. She wants you to go talk to him. What do you say?
Take him by the hand and say, we're going to the doctor and I'm going to go with you so we can find out what's going on.
It's a family affair.
There you go.
Yeah. That's a great answer. Your performance in the bedroom has recently become lackluster due to a recent diagnosis of erectile dysfunction that you haven't yet discussed with your wife. She, by the way, has a high sex drive. Do you create fights to avoid sex? Do you lie and say you're not attracted to her anymore? Do you tell the truth and risk her cheating because you can't satisfy her? Or none of the above? Whoa.
But women don't want you to lie about it. You're going to dig yourself a grave.
And she's also your caregiver in a lot of ways. She's your first line caregiver. So you got to have that conversation. You got to be open and candid about, hey, this issue is really impacting me in this regard. And so therefore, I really need to have this conversation with you about that. And I got to lay it out on the line. And because women oftentimes are those first line caregivers, and they're there for us when no one else is.
Well, your therapist has been trying to get you to incorporate yoga into your workout as a form of relaxation. You're apprehensive to try something new. Brothers, what are your thoughts on alternative forms of physical fitness?
I enjoy being out on the golf course. You have beautiful landscape. It's serene. You can become one with nature. I find that as a better alternative for me. Initially, I thought about yoga, but I was reluctant because the class is typically all women. But I had that happy medium in golf, and I'm thankful.
I'll tell you personally, I am really into Tai Chi. I really enjoy it. It looks very different. But I'll tell you, it is one of the best ways for me to stretch my body. Every joint and muscle in my body gets a workout, and I get peace of mind. So I would say anybody that's reluctant to try new things, don't shortchange your life.
Right.
I mean, there's so many exciting ways of doing, so many new ways of experiencing the world and being healthy. So take it from at least one person. Don't be afraid to do new things. Your monthly routine of a nail trim, buff, and facial have quickly become your new self-care indulgence. Naturally, your boys are clowning you. How do you assure them that you're still a man's man and it's okay because you're finding a place where you really care about your appearance?
First and foremost, I don't have to reassure them because I'm very, very, very comfortable with who I am, okay? And I like to kind of go out there at least twice a month and get the pedicure, okay? Because of the self-care and because of how it makes me feel. I'm very comfortable with that. And besides, I've tried doing the thing myself, but I'm not as good at it as professionals are. So I enjoyed that aspect of it.
That's interesting because I just got a manicure yesterday, and I believe that you've got to take care of
Yeah.
yourself. You've got, especially as you get older, you deserve this.
Yeah.
Your body deserves
Yeah.
it, and mentally,
Yeah.
it's good to have someone to pamper you and take care of you, and for you to take care of yourself, just like you want to take care of yourself mentally and physically. You want to be able to enjoy the pleasures of life as well.
And because you are a man's man,
Right.
I'm good with whatever decisions I make. I'm gonna take care of me. And if I'm worried about what somebody else thinks about me, I ain't a man's man anymore. So I think that's pretty good. Spin it.
By no means.
This is an interesting one. You've been an avid cyclist and belong to a cycling club. You've been avoiding invitations to ride lately because you can no longer physically keep up, and you're embarrassed to say so. Do you drop out of the club and blame it on my busy work schedule? Do you drop out of the club and blame it on a groin injury? Do you drop out of the club and blame it on our wife? Or none of the above?
None of the above. As an avid cyclist, I wouldn't suggest dropping out of the club, but what I would suggest is maybe riding with a slower group.
I was just about to say.
In cycling, there's an A, B, C, and D class of cycling. So if you're not as fast as you were before, then I would just stay with the club, but actually would just lower the category of
You
riding.
was same thing?
I was gonna say kind of what he was saying, but I think also too, you just gotta be comfortable with yourself. At the end of the day, either you continue to keep riding, you ride with a slower group, or find another hobby.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, as an avid cyclist, I had to make that decision. And I just still enjoy riding. I just don't ride with the fastest group.
Right.
But I'm still out there. I'm still getting healthy. I'm still in nature. I'm looking around. I'm enjoying my life. And if the 14-year-old kid wants to go whizzing by, have a nice day. My bank account is bigger than yours. You finally listened to your wife and agreed to go bald and grow a beard. You'll love this. The response has been overwhelming, especially with the ladies on the job. You've been enjoying this new attention. How do you convince your wife that this doesn't change how you feel about her?
Oh wow.
Mike, you do that.
Doc, I had that discussion just yesterday. My wife is interested in the number of women that seem to be, I don't know, carrying conversations a little longer with.
Talk about it now.
I said, baby, I'm yours. Where am I going to go?
I like that answer. Let's just, baby, I'm yours. That's the anti-whoa. Spin it. Oh, this one is specially made for our young brother. You're in your 30s and have always been physically fit. Lately, you've become very sluggish.
Oh man.
Experiencing, you say, whoa. You become very sluggish, experiencing excessive thirst and losing weight. Diabetes, of which these are signs, runs in your family. But you've always been healthy. What do you do?
Well, acknowledgement is key, and making sure that you accept, the ugly truth, but then also just go get checked out. It doesn't help for you to be a man's man or let that ego oversee what the future can hold for you as far as your health. So you got to accept it, go see the doctor, and then follow the next steps.
We'll leave it right there. Thank you, brothers. That was great. More for our brothers, a candid conversation on black men's health when we return.